Yeah, we live.
All right. All right, everyone. Welcome to Shoot Your Shot, the podcast, episode 8.
Episode
You know
8.
we go. This is my co-host, Vic.
We back.
We back again. Our moderator and other co-host, JR, is off today.
He was
Um,
asking about the books, so I was like, you know what? Go take the day
yeah,
off.
Vic and these books, man. We're going to have to get shit situated. But Joe said he was talking to his lawyer, and hopefully, you know, he'll be back Tuesday.
What he
So,
don't realize is we got the same lawyer, but it's okay.
yeah, I know. He don't. I don't know if he knows that or maybe he was drinking, but fuck it, he'll realize later. So let's get the show started. This is episode 8. Again, Shoot Your Shot podcast.
Yes,
Follow
sir.
us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube,
YouTube,
Twitch,
Twitch, AOL, MSN,
everything,
ESPN,
everything.
FS1,
Don't be
everywhere.
afraid to inbox questions, comments, anything, any ways we can improve the show. Any questions, anything you guys want us to do, follow. Don't be
Any
afraid to hit us
specific
up.
topics you guys want us to touch?
That's right. That's right. So let's get the show started.
Can I find
Last
it?
night's we only had one game in the NBA. It was the Phoenix Suns against the Denver Nuggets. The Phoenix Suns won by a landslide, 123-98. They jump ahead to 2-0 as the series shifts to Denver. What are your thoughts on last night's game?
Phoenix just looks like the more dominant team, more energized. They don't look tired. They look like they could have. They could look like they could have played another 2-3 quarters if they had to. CP3 looking healthy, looking stronger each game. Each game he's looking better and better and better. Phoenix as a whole just looks good. We haven't even seen that Booker go off yet. He's just been playing solid. He hasn't, put up 25, 30, 35, 40 points. He hasn't need to, neither. And then you look on the other side where it's a one-man team right now, and it's hard to see. Joker's not getting no help right now at all from nobody. Your second best player is Michael Porter. He only gave you, I think, 11 points last night. That's uncalled for. Supposedly, your third best player, Aaron Gordon, gave you 6. So Denver need to look in the mirror. Besides Jokic, the rest of that team need to look in the mirror and say, hey, we got to step up. We got to step up. But yeah, I don't want to say the series is over, but it's kind of looking that way. Like I said, Booker has yet to go off. Booker is capable of going off. So it's not, look, is Denver on the ropes? They are. They hanging on the thread. So we're going to see. What do you think?
Um, First, it surprised me that I heard that one of the Denver players decided to speak up in the locker room and say that they were playing soft and they wasn't handling what was going on, and that player is Aaron Gordon. Um, Now it's surprising one that he's a new Nugget. He only been there about 25, 26 games. And what also surprised me is that you were one of the players that scored less than 10 points. So if you're going to go in there and criticize the team and talk, I think you should look in the mirror first.
I definitely agree.
Start with yourself. Until you have a good game, and he has yet to go out there and score 25, 30 points in the playoffs. So until you drop a good game, I think you should look in the mirror and start with yourself. Other than that, the guards are being outplayed. You got Compazzo, Austin
Doo-doo.
Rivers, and
Doo-doo.
yeah, against CP3 and Booker, and it's just a recipe for disaster. I don't think these guys can hang with Phoenix. Phoenix has too much depth. They have veteran pieces. They have lockdown wing defenders. So it's like it's just too much. I think Denver may go home and steal one, but I think the series is pretty much over. I'm calling Phoenix in 5, and it wouldn't surprise me if it's a sweep. Um, I just think, like you said, CP3 is playing healthy. He's looking good out there, and on top of that, he doesn't have to focus on defense. Um, they're going out there, they're playing their offense, and when it comes to defense, everything is Joker, 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 and that's just not gonna win against a team like Phoenix.
No, not at all. Like you can't just get 10. Your second scorer can't be 10.
Right,
No.
right.
Unless, the whole team is putting 10, 10, 10, 12, 14. Same way with Phoenix. I think Phoenix high last night was 21. I could be off. But then you had 18, 15, 16, 15. Everybody was in double digits. Where you had Denver, I think 3 plays was only in double digits. And you had the high from Joker with 26.
Yeah, Booker led all scorers with 18. So, but Phoenix had all 5 starters in double digits.
Yeah.
And a bench player in double digits. So, that's just it's not gonna work.
No. Not against Phoenix. Like you said, they got too much debt. They just got too much debt right now. Yeah, they got to figure something out, and they got to figure something out fast. So, like you said, this series is over in 4.
Yeah, if they don't do anything, if they don't get nothing from Gordon and Rivers and even Campazzo, I'm not asking for you to go out there and score 20, 25 points, but if you're going to keep going 1 for 7 from the field and putting up 3 to 4 or 5 points, then of course that's not going to win. You need to go out there and at least get 11, 14, something like that. And they just need more out of Gordon, Rivers, and Porter. Porter picked a bad time to start getting hurt, to complain about his back, and picked a wrong time to want to slack up and play this way. So, it's just not good. I don't think it's a recipe for winning. So, they continue this, it'll be over in 4.
That I definitely agree with.
All right, so moving on. We got 2 games tonight. We're going to start with the Milwaukee Bucks and the Nets. That game is in Milwaukee. Milwaukee is down 2-0. Hopefully they can put up a bounce back game tonight and at least get one on the board. So what do you feel about this one?
I'm gonna go with Milwaukee tonight. I'm just gonna go with the home team. Milwaukee hasn't shown me anything that they can compete against this Brooklyn Nets team without James Harden. So I'm just gonna give them the benefit of the doubt because I know they can play better than what they have been playing. I know they're capable of playing better. So they're playing with house money. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Milwaukee tonight. Hopefully, I'm wrong. New York bred and born, so I'm rooting against them. But I do think they can win tonight. If they don't win tonight, series is over. Just pack it up. Brooklyn be waiting for Philly and Atlanta, or Brooklyn just be waiting for whoever's coming out the West. Because if they can if they're gonna sweep Milwaukee, I don't see Philly nor Atlanta standing a chance.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I'm kind of iffy on tonight. I want to pick Milwaukee because they are the home team, but I just like over the last 2 games with the Nets have shown me it doesn't look like it's just a home thing. It looks like this is how they play, man. This is how good they are. And I just look at it like they turned on that gear, and now that gear is up, I don't think you can compete with them. I see it a little closer than the last 2 games, but I got a feeling Brooklyn is going to come on top. I'm a roll with Brooklyn tonight, and I'm a continue with a gentleman's sweep.
That's a good choice. And the one thing Brooklyn has been doing, they've letting Giannis shoot. They're daring him to shoot, and he hasn't been taking shots. He's been missing.
Yeah, exactly. And the key is other guys like you
Drew.
see Giannis, right? You see Giannis can't get the shot to fall. So the next thing, the next best thing is to get Drew and Middleton involved and have them break down the defense. So therefore, Giannis has a lane and can get to the lane. Because if Middleton and Drew ain't doing nothing, then it's easy for me to play one-on-one defense against Giannis and give him that jump shot. Like, it's crazy that who's guarding Giannis? Blake Griffin.
Blake.
Like No one would have thought in a million years Blake Griffin would be the one guarding Giannis and playing good defense. That's due to Drew and Middleton not playing to their
Good.
standards, and you're able to allow Blake to sit there and give him this jump shot and allow him to miss. So
I agree.
if these guys don't get it going, if Drew and Middleton don't get it going, then
It's over.
Giannis can have 40. It's not going to be enough because
No,
you're
sir.
going to get 30 from Durant and 25 from Kyrie, and you're going to get 10, 15 from this guy and that guy, and it's just going to be too much. So I got the Nets tonight. It'll be closer than 20, 25, of course. It'll probably be in the 7 to 10, 11 range. But I got Brooklyn tonight, and maybe they'll slack off in game 4 and lose that one and then close it out in Brooklyn. But I don't see this as a challenging series for them. You know, I don't as much as people wanted it to be, I just can't see it.
Yeah, if the Nets come out on a firing start tonight, I don't see Milwaukee coming back in that game.
Right. And that's the thing. Like, the Nets aren't just going back and forth. Like, by the end of the first, second quarter, you know this game is over.
It's
like,
over.
It makes no sense to even continue it. You know, like Milwaukee hasn't been close, you know, for a quarter. Like, you know, so I don't know, man. It's just they're shooting bad. They're shooting terrible from 3. They're shooting terrible from the free throw line. Giannis is looking bad from the free throw line, looking bad from 3-point. And everyone on the Nets is clicking. They're shooting 50, 43, 90 as a team. And it's dangerous out there. It's really dangerous.
I mean, I think we do got to show some love to Brooklyn because they've been stepping it up on defense. They're playing hard. They're rotating. They're going after the ball. Remember earlier, what was the one knock on Brooklyn? They don't play defense.
They don't play defense.
Hey, they hustling out there. I
agree. I definitely agree. And like I said, it's that next gear. And I feel this is what Brooklyn was waiting for. They were in cruise control until the playoffs start. And the only difference between what I said and what's happening is Harden's injury. I said once the playoffs start, I can guarantee you no net players get hurt. But Harden has gotten hurt. So, you know, that kind of foils everything. But to be honest, the ball rotates more, the ball rotates faster, and they're tougher on defense when Harden is not there because the person that's taking Harden's place is going to play better defense than James Harden. So as long as you don't have to worry about scoring, and I don't think the Nets have to worry about scoring when you got Kyrie and the rest of those guys in there, you don't need 30 points from James Harden. This is why he was okay playing the point guard because it's like, I don't have to go out there and score 30. I got 2 guys that are capable of scoring 60 to 70 points combined between the 2. So it's just very dangerous out there.
And I agree. And there's no one on this planet right now that's going to come close to stopping KD. Only KD is going to stop himself. That's pretty much.
Right. You don't play defense on him. You worry just about him missing.
Yeah, that's it.
You try to disrupt them and make things tough and just hope that he missed because the guy is shooting 90% on contested threes,
which is unheard of.
Yeah, like think about that. 90% on contested threes. That means the defense is in his face.
And it doesn't matter.
There and it doesn't. He's still shooting 90% from 3-point when he's being contested. So it's like you can play all the defense you want. He just got better offense. So I don't know. Like I said, I got Brooklyn tonight in a closer game. They may win by 11, 9, somewhere around there. But I just think Milwaukee will still fall short.
Okay. Oh, we both agree. Well, I picked Milwaukee, but my heart is with Brooklyn tonight.
Right. I got it. So the next game is Utah and the Clippers. They played a hell of a game in game 1 and went down to the wire. Although the Clippers were up by 13 at one point, Utah missing 20 straight jump shots or 20 straight shots, whatever you want to call it. The Clippers jumped out to a 13-point lead. They ended up losing it. Donovan Mitchell dropped 45, more than PG and Kawhi combined. And the Utah Jazz went on winning by 3 points. I believe it was 112 to 109.
Yep.
And the Niners game too. And what do you see?
Like I said, like we've been saying, this is the most unpredictable team in the NBA. They're just so unpredictable. On the bright side, you have to look at it like this. They lost by 3, and your 2 best players played like shit, you know. And Utah's best player played pretty damn good. Is Donovan going to go out there and give you 45 again tonight? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Is Kawhi, forget PG, is Kawhi going to play garbage again tonight? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt that. Kawhi's going to play better tonight. PG is going to do whatever PG does, probably give you 18, 19, 20 points, about 8, 9 reads, couple assists, hopefully play some defense. You need Morris to step up, even though he had a pretty good, decent game. Reggie Jackson, get Rondo more involved into it. But then on the other side, you could look at Utah and say, hey, listen, Donovan balled out, but no one else really did too much, and we won by 3. So, you know, it's a flip of the coin with this game tonight. I'm going to go with LA. I think they do figure a way out how to slow Donovan down. I think you might see Kawhi on him a bit more. I don't see no one being able to really slow Kawhi down tonight. But Kawhi, I'm gonna go with the Clippers. I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna pick a close one tonight. I'm gonna go with the Clippers tonight.
All right. Well, Mike Conley is gonna miss game 2 as well. And the thing with Utah is that, yeah, Mitchell scored 45, and the other players didn't really get involved. And my thing is, will the other players getting involved kind of slow Mitchell down from getting 45? And that's the key. I think if they want Mitchell to score 45, I don't think the other guys can really get involved. They're not a running gun, fast-paced, fast-moving kind of team. So I don't know. I do feel the Clippers will figure something out and to slow Mitchell down. And I think they'll do the same thing they did with Dallas, where it's like, look, if you're going to score, then the hell with it. You score. They were in hella foul trouble. Reggie Jackson fouled out. So I think they'll try to tone it down to where they're not in such foul trouble, allowing him to get and ones and make a lot of trips to the line. So I got the Clippers as well in a close one. But again, this is an unpredictable team. They could go out there and lose, go down 0-2 and end up still winning the series. So, you know, I'm not going to count the Clippers out because they show me so far that, listen, when they back is against the wall, they can bounce back and steal something. So I do feel we're not going to see another game like that from Kawhi and PG, especially PG with all the critics and all the things being said about him again. I do feel like he's going to bounce back and put up a decent game. Not saying anything great, but he's going to play an efficient game and play a decent game and give Kawhi a little more help than what he needs. Because if you think about it, all he had to do is hit 2 shots. You hit 2 more shots, this game is over. You win the game. You know what I'm saying? So I got the Clippers in a close one. The key is going to be other guys. It's not going to be Mitchell, Kawhi, or PG. It's going to be guys like Ingles and Bogdanovich and Gobert for the Utah Jazz. And for the Clippers, it's going to be guys like Rondo, Morris, and Jackson. And I do feel in this series, Lou should utilize Cousins and Beverly a little more. Although Beverly is a hothead, he does get under your skin. He can disrupt you and make things a little tougher for you. So I would try to get Beverly in there. Not saying start him, but at least let him get
4 minutes
to 18 minutes in this game, so that way he can make things a little tougher for the guards, guys like Ingles and Mitchell. But I got the Clippers in a close one.
Okay, so we both agree on the Clippers.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So well, we found out, was it yesterday, the day before? I think it was yesterday, right? They announced the MVP, which happened to be Joker. I think I was the only one that picked him. I think you picked Embiid.
Well,
No.
I picked Steph, but I knew
Steph.
Joker would win. It was one of those heart picks. Like, for my love of the way Steph plays, I would have loved to see him get the MVP. But based on a narrative of what MVP is and what they talk about, I knew Joker was going to win because Embiid missed too many games. So, it was between those two guys the whole year. That's all they kept really talking about was Joker and Embiid, Joker and Embiid. So, at the end of the season, I knew it was going to be Joker because Embiid missed 19, 20 games, something like that. So, congratulations to Joker.
Definitely.
I do feel he deserves it because he is an important player and the most valuable player on that team. And I think if the roles were reversed, if he was to go down with an injury and Jamal Murray would have had to carry the team, they wouldn't have been here.
I don't think it would have worked out too well.
Yeah, I don't think it would have worked. I think Joker is a bigger focal point on Denver than Murray is, so I do feel he deserves it. So congratulations to him.
Definitely congratulate to Joker. I'm pretty sure this won't be his last. I definitely see him winning, maybe one or two more.
Well, you never know. I think it's good the way he plays because he plays both. He can play big bully inside the game, or he can play step outside and shoot a three as well. So that benefits him. My thing is, can his body hold up? Can he, keep up with the way the NBA is going? You don't know what's going to happen within the next 2 to 3 years. Guys are coming in faster. The guards are really dominating the league. You know what I'm saying? So just like Embiid in Philly, like he can't play a whole season. He just can't give you a whole season. So I don't wish nothing on Joker, but I just hope if he can keep his body intact and stay away from the injury bug, then yeah, maybe it's possible for him to win another one or two. But the way the league is, you got guys like Mitchell, Trae Young, Bradley Beal. I see those guys winning MVPs or probably possibly before him, even Luka. So,
definitely Luka.
Yeah, so let's see what he can do. All right. And last night they announced the Defensive Player of the Year, and that ended up being Rudy Gobert for the Utah Jazz. And personally, I feel like they gave it to him because of Game 1. If he wouldn't have blocked that shot to end the game, they probably wouldn't have gave it to him. But many feel he deserved it. It was a iffy race the whole year. It wasn't no clear-cut winner. You had so many names being thrown out there. Many people thought Ben Simmons was a candidate. Bam was a candidate. My personal candidate would have been Draymond Green. He actually finished third. There were so many people out there that could have won this. So it was a tough race. That was probably the toughest award to give out this whole year in the NBA.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I believe this is his third in 4 years. Am I correct?
Yeah, he was
third in 4 years.
4 years. Yeah,
that's pretty impressive. I'm not mad at it. Like you said, it could have went to any one of those guys, and I would have been fine with it. Honestly, he controls the paint, man. You're not just gonna go and score on Utah in the paint. It's just not gonna happen. You're gonna score, you might, but it's gonna be difficult. Rudy makes it difficult for you to get points in that paint. He's not the best on-ball defender, which he doesn't need to be. You just got to control that paint, and he does a great job at it. He controls the paint, and go ahead.
He has great instincts. If you look at the block, the game saving block, he bit on a pump fake. So Morris pump fake, and he went up thinking he was going to go straight up with it. So for him to go up, come down, and
Go
still
back
be able
up.
to block that shot, like that takes skills. That's very skillful. So he's a great defender. I wouldn't say on the ball because usually is guards. You know, a
Yeah,
guard is gonna get by him, with the quickness. But once he has the ability to come back and get back into play. If you lose him, he's so long and tall that he's able to, still catch up with you
yeah,
and
he's able to
block it.
recover very
Yeah,
quickly.
right. So I feel he deserves it. Again, there was so many different candidates. You look at Draymond, Ben Simmons, Bam Adebayo, even guys in New York, Nerlens Noel. He was one of the only players with 2 steals and 2 blocks a game. So it's like you had a lot of different choices that you could have went with this. And it's like, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Gobert's
Yeah,
been known as an enforcer in the inside and the defense. So let's keep on rolling with him. But
yeah. I'm like I said, I'm not mad at the pick.
no, I'm not mad at it either. And let's see if he keeps it going.
Yeah, I don't see why not. I definitely don't see why not.
All right. Well, we're gonna dig into the couple of the 2 other series in the NBA. We got a game tomorrow. That's Philly and Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Series shifts to Atlanta. The series is tied 1-1. We're not going to make any predictions on the game. We're just going to break down the series and talk about what we've seen over the last 2 games. So take it away.
Unfortunately, I missed game two. I did see game one. Trey went off. Um, they did let Philly come back, so that could have that was a moral victory for Philly, and then they came out and they won game two. I think the momentum kind of switched at the end of game one that went into game two. Um, Atlanta hit a lot of big shots at the end of game one. I know Bogey hit that three that really put the icing on the cake when Philly was right there. Um, I think this is a series that's going to go back as well. I don't know if anyone's really going to take full control. I can see it going game seven just because Atlanta has a lot of depth. Um, Philly has depth as well, so I definitely see it going back and forth like a game of tennis. Like I said, I missed game two, so I really can't speak on game two. I let you speak on game two, so you could take it over. Sorry, y'all. I was really busy. I wasn't
Um,
able to catch it.
game 2 was interesting. Like you said, Philly came out with the momentum of being close in game 1 and almost stealing it, but then Atlanta bounced back and tried to make it a game. It was just Trey Young was a little erratic. I think at times he just needs to calm down and focus more on distributing the ball. Like you're not going to be hot every game. So them games where you're not hot and your team is hot or your team is warming up, then you keep with that. You go with that. You run with that. You see Gallinari hit 2 shots in a row, and you give him the ball again. You see Bogdanovich got a mismatch, you give him the ball. Even Capella, you want to look for Capella every now and then to catch a lob, to catch an alley, or whatever. Don't always focus and look to score because that's what Philly is hoping for. Philly is hoping that you just go out there and chuck up a shot, chuck up a shot, chuck up a shot. And they loving that. Now, if Philly can get something out of Ben Simmons, this series would be over. Like it would be no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If they can get 15 to 20 points from this guy every game, then I wouldn't mind, like it would be over, but they just can't. Now the good news is they won and they only got, I believe, 4 points from Ben Simmons or something like that. So that's good news. But that's also bad news because it's like Atlanta got bad games from Trey Young and just about everyone. So if you're going to keep getting 4 points from Ben Simmons, then I don't see Philly winning this series. If you can get more than 4 points from him, then this series is over. But it all depends on Ben Simmons, man. How much does he want it? Because you can't keep putting everything on Joel. He got a partially torn meniscus. He's playing with it. He's playing career games, and the more you put on him, the faster he's liable to break down, and you don't want that.
Not at all. That's your future.
Right. So I don't know. I just don't know when it comes to this guy. I don't know what they saying to him once the game is over, what they saying to him in the back, in the gym. Like, are they making him practice and shoot? Like, I don't know. Are they content with what he does and how he plays and feel like it's okay for him to play this way? Only time will tell.
I just think he needs to just be more aggressive. Just be more aggressive. If you don't want to shoot, cool. Attack the basket. Just be aggressive and attack the basket. Then that's really your game. You're not a shooter. You're
Yeah,
16.
I agree. I agree.
You're fast. You got handles. Attack the basket. Get
Yeah,
Embiid in foul trouble.
I
I mean,
agree. And
sorry,
and, and
Capella.
it's funny because I don't think anyone on Atlanta can really guard him. They're
No.
they're they're just playing the wall thing, the same thing the Nets are doing with Giannis. They're
Yeah.
just like, yo, you're not getting in the
We're
paint.
daring you.
Yeah, like you're not getting in the paint. So your only hope is to shoot, a couple of jump shots or something. And if you do decide to get in the paint, we're gonna foul you and force you to hit a free throw. And he's not hitting those either. You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately.
So that's another thing. Like you got to give us something. You got to do one or the other. If you're not gonna hit jump shots, then go to the line 30 times. And if you're not gonna go to the line 30 times, then I don't know. I smell trouble for Philly because I don't think Joel could keep doing this for 5 more games. If you ask him to do this for 5 more games, he's liable to be out half the season next year.
And that you don't want that.
And you don't want that. So I don't know, man. If I was Joel, I wouldn't want that. I understand your hunger and you want to win, but it's like you got to think about the future, man. You're not in your 30s and your 40s where this is it. It's either now or never. Like, no, you capable of playing another 10, 12 years in the league. So you got to think about that. You got to think about the future. So I don't know, but
Yeah, I definitely
it's,
agree.
it's iffy in that series. Um, I feel it's gonna go 7, but again, if Simmons can give me something and do it on a daily basis, then it could be over in 5. You know, but I don't know. I'll see what we can get.
Yeah, we'll see. We just gotta wait.
We'll take it from there. So that's about it with the NBA talks. I don't know if you got anything else you want to dig into.
Um, we
You
could
got
dig
any
in a little.
questions?
We could dig in a little bit to let's let's play GM. We'll play GM. Everybody that's watching,
Right.
chime in.
Play,
But let's play GM.
play a little
Damon
game of
Lillard.
general manager.
Damon Lillard. Staying going. If he stays, what do Portland do? If he's going, what's the perfect fit for him?
Um, if I'm the GM of Portland, I'm not getting rid of him. I'm getting rid of CJ. I'm gonna get rid of CJ, and I'm gonna try to put other pieces around Dame. They are two ball dominant guards, both of them. So this is why they can't mix, and they don't mix. I would get rid of CJ and try to find some shooters and a better supporting cast to give them. If it doesn't work for another year or two, then you get rid of um, Dame. But as of right now, I'm not getting rid of Dame. Um, I don't know. To match Dame up with Beal is kind of like the same thing. You're looking at another ball dominant guard. and I don't think that works. I just think they both gonna need 20 shots to go off, and it's just not doing it. I don't see it. I don't know. It may seem far fetched, but it's like you need a guard like Lonzo. You get a guard like Lonzo Ball that's willing to distribute and pass. He can hit a little shot on the run. He could run through the screens and his shots. He's a big guard. He can play defense on the opposing best guard. So it's like someone like that. I just don't see it working. Maybe us trying to get a Jimmy Butler from Miami can work because Jimmy is not a ball dominant kind of guy. He's not a guy that's looking to score 25, 30, um, something like that. But if Dame does decide to leave and he has no other option and you really want to go, you don't want to be here no more, and you doing the James Harden thing, then I don't know. I'm not gonna send him to a spot that's just gonna be beneficial for him. Of course, I'm gonna want to get something back in return, and I don't see a lot of teams giving up what I would like. You know what I'm saying? Now I could send. I don't care. I'll send them to Washington to get Beal back because now I'm getting something that's equal in return. I don't just want draft picks because I don't want to. It's not a player that I'm looking to get rid of. Teams do that when they looking to get rid of a guy. They don't want him no more. They don't want the contract no more. So yeah, then they go to draft picks and cheap route. But it's like, no, this is a guy that I want. He's still in his 20s and he's young. He's an MVP type of player. I'm not just gonna get rid of him for 2 draft picks and this bum off the bench. Like, nah, I'm not trying to do that. So I don't see a team out there that's gonna be willing to give up a notable piece for Dame. So I don't know. I just want to burst the whole Dame going to the Lakers bubble. I don't see that happening. I don't see it happening. I don't think the Lakers got anything to offer. They don't have no draft picks, no real pieces to give up unless you want to give up Anthony Davis. And I don't know if that works. And I see someone saying the Clippers.
That's what I've been hearing a lot lately. Also, is the Clippers.
All right, well, Kawhi and Dame, will that work? I don't know. Maybe if the Clippers will be willing to let Kawhi go back to the defender he is and the second option in scoring, then maybe that might work. But if Kawhi wants to continue to be this dominant or this first option scorer that he's becoming, then I don't know if it's going to work. Because Kawhi is another one that's going to need his 17 to 20 shots a game. And yeah, Dame would be an upgrade from Paul George because of what he's able to do in the clutch and what he could do in the playoffs and everything. But it's like Dame don't really play defense. So I don't know. It's like you're getting something, but you're also losing something. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I would do that if I was Portland. If I was the Clippers, then I would be more enticed to do that. But if I was Portland, it's like, because now I got CJ and Paul George, and it's like, I don't know if that'll work. Now gotta move another guy, So I don't know. That's iffy right there.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's like as good as Dame is, we know how great Dame is. Dame can also be so bad for your team because he's just so ball dominant. And I see Boston propose, I think Kemba Walker, I forget the other dude, Langford, and like a whole bunch of first round draft picks. And I'm like, if I'm Boston, why would I do that? If I'm Boston GM, I'm not trying to shop for Dame because, like I said, as good as Dame is, he's too ball dominant. All right, granted, you get Dame to Boston, then what? You make it out the first round, but now you just get eliminated in the second round. You get Dame to Boston, okay, now what? You stumped the growth of Tatum and Brown if you throw Lillard on that team. That's just my opinion. He's just too ball dominant. Like, you got something with Tatum and Brown already. You don't really need a superstar point guard. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Alonzo Ball on Boston would be perfect for Brown and Tatum.
That seems like the key to a lot of these teams now. Alonzo Ball, a guy, because the thing with Lonzo is he's showing he doesn't want to score 30 a game. He wants to get the team involved and get the guys involved. And it's like, it seemed like this is what these teams are needing now, because you got, like you said, Boston got their scorers in Brown and Tatum. I think Boston's thing is, whose team is it? Who is going to be the number 2? And I think that'll all work out once they give them their money, because if Brown hasn't gotten that big contract, he's not going to want to take a back seat, because it's like, yo, you're going to stunt my money. And the same thing goes with Tatum. Now, if Boston was to say, you know what? Boom, 4 years, max deals for both of y'all. Let's just get this out the way. Once they do that, now these guys is like, all right, well, we both paid. I don't care now. Now they don't care who takes the back seat. And seeing that Tatum is more of the fan favorite, I would feel, hey, go ahead, run with him. Let him be the first option, and Brown take the back seat and be the second option. But until they figure that out, I don't think Boston is the team that's going to make that jump, because they have to figure out their identity first. You know, they got a lot of players that's similar in style and play-wise with Brown, Tatum, Marcus Smart, Kemba Walker. These guys are all want to score, and they don't know how to distribute the ball and pass it and be in the right spot. No one can really catch and shoot, so you don't really have nobody going through screens, fighting through screens, shooting it. They all want to dribble, hold the ball for 5 to 10 seconds, and work on a shot and get their shot. So, you know, they have to figure out their identity first and whose team is it first before they make any moves. But like you said, if you was to bring Dame into the fold, it's downhill from there, because now it becomes Dame's team no matter what. No matter what y'all say or what y'all do, it's his Dame's team. Tatum and Brown will have to take a backseat. And now Tatum and Brown is going to be fighting for who's the second option, who's the third option. And if I'm Portland, I don't want that, because I want one of those guys involved in that trade. If I'm going to make this trade, and if I'm Portland's GM, I want Tatum or Brown. I'm not giving you Dame without getting one of those two guys.
One in return, yeah.
I'm not doing this trade for freaking Kemba Walker. Is you crazy? Like, what has Kemba Walker done for me to say, all right, that's good enough? He's out. Like, no, I'm giving you a predominant 30-point per game guy. Come on, you're talking about a man that has hit daggers and ended series in guys' faces for Kemba Walker, whose highlight is hitting a game winner in UConn. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, I need one of those guys in return.
Yeah, so I'm Portland GM, I'm with you. Like, you got to give me Brown, Tatum.
Like, I don't care about, again, when it comes to draft picks, giving up draft picks, you do that with a player that's on his way out, with a team that doesn't want the guy anymore. Then it's cool to give up draft picks and stuff like that, because I'm ready to rebuild. Portland is not ready to rebuild. They don't want to rebuild. They feel they are close. So why am I going to do this knowing that I'm close? Am I going to go do this to rebuild and start all over? No, that's not the objective right now. And I don't see Portland doing that. Again, if Dame wants to fight his way out, and I don't think he is, I don't think he will. I think he's the type of guy that he's just going to roll with it. He's just going to roll with the punches. Like, hey, he got his money. He's making $40-something million next year. That's 45. Another thing. That's a lot of money. A lot of money. He's going to be controlling damn near 30 to 40% of your team's payroll. So what are you gonna do? What moves can you really make with him on your roster?
I agree.
Like I said, this is why I said if the Knicks was smart, don't go after Dame. Because for one, he's gonna slow down Barrett and Randall. Two, he's gonna command a lot of money. Three, you're gonna have to give up a lot in order to get him. Portland is not just gonna want draft picks; they're gonna want a player or two. So I say get CJ. If not,
CJ won't be bad.
If not CJ, I say you holler at a team like Minnesota that's not going nowhere, that's not doing nothing, and holler to get a guy like Cat. Now you get Karl-Anthony Towns here. He's not going to stunt the growth of Julius Randle and RJ Barrett. And you got Quickly. Quickly could match up with him. They all gel together. I said, you think about team basketball. All you're going to do, you get Dame, you're going to be the Portland in the East. That's all you're going to do. You ain't going to go nowhere. You really think adding just Dame to that New York Knicks team is championship material? No, it's not. It's not.
It's just exciting basketball for the fans.
Right. That's what you're going to do. You're going to fill some seats. And then once the playoffs come, the same thing is going to happen.
You're going to get bounced first. Might make it to the second round, but you're not getting out the second round.
Right. So you take that money, that $45 million that you're going to be paying Dame, you can get two players for that. Karl-Anthony Towns ain't making more than $30 million. You could throw a contract off with Alonzo. Now you upgraded your point guard and your interior inside. You got
now you're looking like a team.
Right. Now you got Mitchell Robinson. You could either put him at the power forward and slide Randall to small forward, or Mitchell Robinson could come in off the bench. Now your bench is even stronger with Mitchell Robinson, Derrick Rose, and whoever else.
Burks,
you know what I'm saying? You got to build a team. Like this is what they're doing. These guys got these dangerous teams are teams. They're not. Phoenix is a team. It's not just one guy, two guys. They're a whole team. The Brooklyn Nets are a whole team. Yeah, they're dangerous. Kyrie, KD, Harden are dangerous, but they're killing you with their other guys. You know, Blake Griffin, Bruce Brown,
Joe Harris.
They're killing you with that. That's what kills you. The little 10, 12, 13 points. Them shits add up. When you getting that from 3 to 4 guys, like, no matter what, you could say, you know what? I'm holding KD to 20. KD could score 20 tonight. But if you getting 50, 60 points from the bench and other players, you still can lose. You're still going to lose.
That sounds like a W.
So that's the thing. These teams are complete. Philly got a team. It's not just Embiid and Simmons. They got a team. They got Tobias Harris. The Seth Curry pickup was huge. You know what I'm saying? They got Thibault. They got everyone's favorite now.
Shake Milton.
You know, Shake Milton. Like, they getting contribution from everyone now. You know what teams are looking bad? Them teams with one guy, two guys. Denver.
Ball dominant. Look at that. Look, Dallas.
Look at Denver.
As great as Luka is, he's just so ball dominant that
he's just too ball dominant. And he don't have nobody else on his team. They're not a team. They focus on one guy, two guys, and that's it. Look at Utah. Utah 6, 7, 8 deep. So if one guy, Mike Conley is missing, it's not gonna hurt them.
They just plug in his spot and keep moving.
They plug someone else in, and it's your turn. They 8 deep, 7, 8 deep. So I don't need two guys to score 30, 40 points when I got 10, 15 from him, 10, 15 from him, 10, 15 from him. That's 45, 50 points.
Off the bench.
Off the bench, though, that's a W right there. That's all I worry about. And they coming in with energy. They coming in hot. So they playing defense as well. They all over you. It's like that dude in the park. Like, damn, son, calm down. This is just a game. Like, nah, he making sure whenever we run it back, we picking him again.
Yeah, I
So
definitely agree.
that's what you got to build. You got to build a team. But this whole focusing on one player, look at is gonna bite the Lakers. The Lakers got over 90 million invested in Anthony Davis and LeBron James for next year. They got 5 players under contract for next year. Just 5. And 2 of those players is Gasol and Kuzma.
Who might not even come back.
And KCP. Like, what moves are you making?
Nothing. Not for no Dame Lillard.
You don't have nothing to make any moves with.
You're not even going to have the cap.
These are not free agents. These are players that you have to trade for. You really think Portland is going to take the 20-something pick in the draft for Dame Lillard? Bro, you don't even have a top 3 pick. You don't have a top 3 pick in the draft. Your pick is in the 20s. The last 2 picks of the draft. Your pick is in the... You got second round. I'm not giving up Dame for second round draft picks.
Yeah, all you Laker fans don't expect to have Damian Lillard on your roster next season.
I don't understand what people are watching.
It's not happening.
It's not like
unless they give up Anthony Davis.
And then that's like, what's the sense? If your whole objective is to try to match Dame with these guys, what's the sense of me giving up Anthony Davis to have Dame Lillard and LeBron James?
Yeah, so Laker fans, I know it sounds good and you're praying, but it's impossible at this point right now.
I don't get it. I really don't.
You know the LeBron fans, they want everybody. Now they want Miles Turner.
I understand they need an upgrade. I understand y'all need a better team. But I don't see it. Now, you got some decent free agents out there that you can possibly sign to upgrade, but it's not going to be these superstar names that you're looking for. CP3 is not leaving Phoenix.
Not at all.
Phoenix is that stupid to let him go. Kawhi Leonard has an opt-out, and even if he does option to leave that money on the table, I don't think he's joining the Lakers. If that was the case, he would have did it 2 years ago. He's not joining the Lakers.
Yeah, I don't see that.
So now you got second tier players. You got Oladipo, who's a free agent, but then again, he's hurt. Ain't no telling how long that injury is going to keep him out.
He always hurt.
Yeah, exactly. So you don't want to, and he's looking for 30, 40 million for I don't know what.
He must be looking for it on 2K.
I don't know, but it's like, what are you going to give him this money for? So I don't know. I don't get it. Again, look at the list of these free agents. Possibly get a second tier guy or someone that's not grade A and fill your team. Fill your team up. Get you some ball hungry guys that play defense, that can shoot the ball. Kelly Olynyk is out there. He'll hit the free agent market.
Solid big man.
Yeah, like fill your team up with that. If LeBron is going to do what he said he's going to do, he got a full season to work, off season to work. He's supposed to be coming back with some vengeance. Anthony Davis supposed to be coming back better than ever. Then that should be good enough. You know what I'm saying? You complain and said the issue is the bench. The issue is the role guys. The issue is the other guys. All right, cool. Fix that. You got Caldwell Pope. All right. Maybe you can trade him or swap him and upgrade that, but you're not upgrading it with Dame Lillard. Like I don't understand that.
It's like everybody's just so fascinated with having a big three when you don't need a big three. You got LeBron and you got AD, like you said. You got those two. That's all you need. Just put pieces. Grab a shooter. Grab another shooter. Grab a wingman. Get another big man. Plug in these pieces.
The Nets. Everyone bring up the Nets. Oh, they got James Harden. I said, look what they gave up to get James Harden. They had so much. They had players that Karis LeVert is a starter on teams. Like he's not a James. I'm not saying he's James Harden, but look what they gave up, and it was a third team involved. So
Yeah,
teams gave up starters and players and top draft picks, first round draft picks, not second round low tier chump change. Like they gave up a lot to get James Harden, and the Lakers don't have that. The Lakers don't have 5, 6 players to give up to give a Dame Lillard. They don't have that. So fill up the team, and
that's
then who
all.
knows? Maybe before the deadline of next season comes, they may have something to give up a James Harden. But fill a team up first before you think about making those trades.
Yeah, I mean, because ultimately that's what killed LA. You know, they just didn't have other pieces.
No, they
You know,
didn't. They didn't. And I agree. They dropped the ball with keeping certain players and letting certain players go.
go. I agree.
You should have kept Rondo.
Should have
You
definitely
should have
kept
kept
Rondo.
Dwight Howard. Tried to. I mean, I think they did try to keep Dwight Howard, and then he opted to go to Philly. No doubt, Joe. This one's for you.
Still ain't showing you the books, but thanks, Joseph.
Don't worry, I'll try my best to get him. But yeah, yeah. But I also look at it like they picked the wrong guys up. You know, when JJ Redick was out there, they didn't try to get a JJ Redick. I think they should have went after JJ Redick as opposed to a Wesley Matthews. Wesley Matthews is like on his last leg, and not saying JJ Redick got a lot in the tank, but JJ Redick is a pure shooter, and he works better with a LeBron James than a Wesley Matthews. Um, you had a couple of other guys out there, even when LaMarcus Aldridge and Blake Griffin and those guys was being brought out. Like, no, you didn't really need a lot of money. When these guys were being acquisition in the mid-season, they wasn't being paid a lot. The Nets weren't paying Blake Griffin.
I think it's the vets minimum, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, these are veteran minimums. Like once they're waived by a team, the team that picks them up don't have to pay them a grip because they're being paid the bulk of their contract from the old team, just like Andre Drummond. Then the Lakers didn't pay Andre Drummond an arm and a leg. They got him for dirt cheap. But see, they got the wrong dude. They shouldn't have got an Andre Drummond. They should have went after.
And I'm saying that they don't plan on bringing him back. I read that earlier. I don't know how true it is, but
they said unless he's willing to sign for the veteran minimum,
yeah,
and
they're not bringing him back.
He's going to be willing to do that because he already know that if he signs for a veteran minimum, he's trade bait. They're not signing him to a veteran minimum to keep him. They're signing him to a veteran minimum to trade him. So I just feel like that's the reason why he's not gonna accept that, even though I don't think he could take a lot of money, he could command a lot of money in the market, but he's gonna make more than a veteran minimum, So I don't know. I just look at it like, yeah, JJ's base salary was $13 million, but the Mavericks didn't end up paying most of that. The Pelicans was paying that because he was under contract with them. That's that. When the Pelicans ended up waiving him and getting rid of him, oh no, JJ Redick was a trade. So Dallas ended up paying the rest of his remainder. So I would say maybe half of that, a little less than half, because he didn't play half the season with Dallas. He only played about a quarter of a season with Dallas. So they only pay a little bit of that. So that's what they do, But yeah, I don't think the Nets didn't pay Aldridge a lot of money. the Nets didn't pay Blake Griffin a lot of money. You know, like you could have went after these guys, but what the problem was, y'all thought Blake Griffin was washed.
Yeah, he fooled everybody.
That was the thing. They didn't sign Blake. They didn't go after Blake because they like, nah, Blake Griffin washed. The Nets are gonna get him. He ain't gonna do shit, and that's what happened. Look at him now.
Motivation is a motherfucker.
So I just look at the Lakers were just going after the wrong guys, especially looking at Blake, looking at Anthony Davis as a player that never finishes the season out, man. He always breaks down. He always get hurt.
Brittle
it's
bones.
Like you should have had someone in the back waiting to take his spot. So I don't know. But I don't see Dame leaving. I see them making a move with CJ before they make a move with Dame.
I definitely agree. I see Dame staying.
Yeah, I see Dame staying. I see them getting a little help to help Dame as opposed to getting rid of Dame and starting all over with CJ, building around CJ. No.
I definitely agree with that one. So, what happened, Joe?
I said that'll wrap up GM.
Yeah, it really wasn't much going on. So you want to wrap it up, or?
Yeah, I don't know if you have anything else you want to shoot at, or anything else you want to talk about. You can bring it up. If not, that'll put an end to today's episode. We can wrap it up.
Yeah, I don't really have too much. Like I said, I had a busy week. I had my birthday, so I was just all over the place.
That's what's up. Just to let everyone know, we are putting together a couple of all-time teams. We're gonna do football, baseball, and basketball. Me, Vic, and Joe are gonna put together our own teams, and we'll put them head to head, and we're gonna ask you guys to look over the teams and go over them and see if whose team is better than what team. UFC is Vic's forte, so I'll let him answer and respond to that.
I think it's a waste of time to even watch the fight. This is their second fight. The first one, Stylebender won. I see the same thing. I don't remember the first fight, to be honest with you. I do think he's gonna knock him out. I don't see it going the distance. Stylebender's back at his weight class, so that last fight I don't even count. I got Stylebender, maybe second round knockout. I don't see it going the distance. I don't see this dude being a threat. Like I said, he's back in his weight class. He's motivated after taking that loss. Stylebender all the way. Who you got, Vic? You taking Stylebender? He watched him the first time? Okay. So I got to go back and watch that fight. I believe I could find it on ESPN Plus. Joe, if you can take the time out, check the fight out. And then we could come back, talk about the rematch. I think, is it this Saturday they're fighting? I think it is. I'm not 100% sure. We could come back on Tuesday, talk about it, let everyone know that Stylebender washed them up once again. We do have Claressa Shields making her MMA debut tonight. For those who don't know, Claressa Shields is a boxer who switched over to MMA. She's labeled as the greatest female boxer of all time. I think she has like 7 belts in boxing. Yeah, she has every belt. She's undefeated. She's never lost. She's the real deal. She owns the boxing women's division. It's not even close. Like I said, she makes her MMA debut tonight. If you guys have ESPN2, I believe it's tonight at 10:30. Go check her out. Making her debut once again, like I said. And what's smart about that, her camp picked out her opponent, which is a shitty opponent. Her opponent is like 3-6 or something. So it's smart on her camp, right? MMA debut
type shit.
Yeah, MMA debut. You've been boxing your whole life, so this is a whole different, world that you're entering. So, props and kudos to her camp on picking the right opponent. So, yeah, definitely everybody go check out Claressa Shields tonight. And I ain't got nothing else, Joe. I love UFC. I can keep on going, but my partner ain't on it yet. We going to get him up to speed. We
Don't
gonna
worry.
get him up to speed.
Yeah, most definitely. I'll check it out.
I actually think it's easier for an MMA fighter to transition to boxing because I take up MMA as well, and boxing is part of my regimen. So I wrestle, I do judo, I box. So a lot of them, that's part of their regimen, whereas boxers, it's just boxing and cardio from what I've seen. I don't know too many boxers, that does wrestling and jujitsu,
right.
Greco, and all of this stuff. They just focus on boxing and cardio and things of that nature. So I think it's easier for MMA fighters to transition into boxing than vice versa. But yeah, like I said, hopefully, I'm rooting for Clarissa. She's a phenomenal boxer. She definitely wants to keep it, standing. I don't think she wants to go to the ground, not yet at least, unless she feels comfortable. Hey, you never know, she might surprise us. So we're gonna see tonight at 10:30. I'll probably be asleep because I got work in the AM, so I'm definitely gonna catch the replay. So yeah, I know Joe is like, but like I said, we're gonna get Joe, we're gonna get him. Definitely, Vic. We definitely gonna talk about it Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm gonna be checking out the NBA games. I may go back and forth at the 10 o'clock, 10:30 to check out the fight, check out a little bit. I may just wait till the fight is over to catch the replay.
Yeah, just catch the replay, because I gotta
whatever. So don't worry, I'll catch up, get up to speed, and take it from there. But yeah, again, we'll be putting together our all-time teams. We want you guys to be involved in this, look over them, study them, and pick a winner. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do one in football, one in baseball, one in basketball, and then we'll come to you guys, bring them public, and, take it from there. So, again, you're watching the Shoot Your Shot podcast. I'm your host, Joe. This is Vic. And until Tuesday, we'll see you guys. Thank everyone for tuning in.
Thank you, guys.
Everyone for the questions, comments, and everything. We make sure to get back at you with anything that you inbox us. Just holla.
And Joseph will be back Tuesday, and I promise he will not be wearing those type of shirts again.
Oh my goodness! No more Hawaiian shirts, Joe.
No more Hawaiian shirts.
No more vacation. The vacation is over, bro.
It's over. It's time to get back to work.
That's right.
Yeah. We see you guys Tuesday.
All right, baby. Peace.